Yes. Okay. There we go. Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going? Thank you so much for coming again. I'm just trying to figure out how to. There we go. All right. Yes. How is everyone? Thank you so much for coming to day two. Yesterday was insane. Absolutely blew my mind. Again, back like we did yesterday, we're gonna wait a little bit of time so everybody can come in. I know that people come in late. I'm one of those people, like I said yesterday. So I'm just gonna chat with you for a second. I've got my new tonic ready. Yesterday I was running out of energy because I didn't have it. So today expect me to even be more yappy. So yesterday I literally delivered you an entire TED Talk. Today, less TED Talk, more actionable stuff, but same vibe. All right, so yesterday we had Does New Tonic work? Yes. I got all my friends into it. It's actually insane. It's like they've become addicts of the product. I'm a great investor. But where's everyone from? I want to know again that we had a lot of people from Mexico yesterday, which was crazy to me because I completely forget that people from my own country watch me, which is insane. India, Croydon, nice. Yeah, oh my God. There were about like 20 posts on LinkedIn about yesterday's webinar. So many of you are already putting the PCC framework into play. If you are in the waitlist emails as well, you should have gotten two things. Well, three. You should have gotten the GPT that I made for you exclusively. No one else has this, not even my private clients. So hopefully you guys can use this. And then I also put in the email the entire call recording so you can watch it back again. I know I tend to speak a little bit fast. Blame that on my Mexican genes and on the caffeine. So that's on me. But like you can also you can go rewatch it back. Hopefully it's really helpful. So actually, did you guys like it? Was this very useful to you guys? Because I know yesterday, yeah, a lot of you came in, didn't get it. Oh, you check your emails, check spam. Now working on a feature section. That's amazing. Can I get access to what everyone should have got if you're registered to this webinar, you should have like you we have your email and we sent you one. So please check your spam just in case, because those two things are there. The recording is fully sent. We sent it last night, and the GPT as well. Please, can you guys, the ones are talking about it, can you guys check spam? And then let me know at the end of and then we'll make sure that you guys get it 100%. I didn't get the email. We can get the team on it just in case. But if you're getting the reminders as well, you should have gotten it. Okay, I missed yesterday's sessions. How many of you guys? There were people from Australia watching at 5 a.m. Okay, commitment here. I got it. I got it. Yeah, some people got it. Fabulous. A lot of people didn't get it. Just checked spam. We got the emails. Yes. Hi, Lara. I have kids. I don't. I don't know how it feels, but that's great. Are they watching as well? Amazing. All right. So before we start, go back and tell me where you guys are from, what your niche is, and what your favorite part about yesterday was. Was it the introduction where I literally broke down exactly why this AI gold rush isn't all about the hype? Was it the PCC framework where I broke down exactly how you can get ahead of 99% of people? Or was it the Q&A? Just so I know. My niche is human design. Oh my God, I love that. I love human design. I'm a manifesting generator for those that want to read me. I love it when I have astrology style clients. All right, the team is texting me right now. We're about to start, don't worry. We're just waiting till maybe 5 past. Oh, one last thing. Okay? If I have one ask, okay? One ask. Yesterday, apparently, a few of you got a little bit excited in the chat. I I love that for all of us. Honestly. But please, if you're going to spam the chat with anything, either it's compliments because I am amazing, it's you writing down your own notes about what you are learning. But what we're not going to do is drop your LinkedIn and make it spam because I didn't see it. But some of you just like, thank you for saying it. I didn't think that this needed to be said. So, just a word of advice and a warning from me, right? If you want to stay and learn what I'm about to teach you and not get kicked out, please do not spam your LinkedIn URL. This is not an engagement pod, okay? I'm not gonna go and add you from you posting it in the chat. The people who connect with you here, some of them may be okay, but babe, like that is not that's not the point, okay? It's fine if you did it because everybody else was doing it, that's fine. Like all good. Uh, I get it. But please, let's just not do it again. At the end, maybe I'll let you like I'll say it. Maybe on LinkedIn in the future, sure. But if you spam the chat, I'm actually going to go insane. And like you guys don't want me to go insane when I just had like three of these. All right. Got the replay, but not the GPT. It's on the email. It's at the very bottom. I'm certain. I'm just confirming with the team. Like I wrote the email. I know it's there. No email on spam also. Okay, I think that the guys are here. Connor, Shank, can you please check what could have happened? But most people are have gotten it, so unsure. Let me check email. Got it. Yes, it's on spam. Amazing. All right. Shall we start, Shan team? Do you guys want to let me know? Uh, 650. Okay, we're gonna wait a little bit more. I decided I feel like one of those influencers on like TikTok Live. Like, yeah, I'm just waiting for a few more people to start. All right. Anyways, who's excited? What do you think I'm gonna teach you today? Because you guys waited till to the day to like we've been promoting this for a month. And I've been hyping it up for a little bit too. So what is a single thing that if I was to provide to you today, what would it be? Let me read my Lara, I did your personal branding course. That's great. Oh, amazing. Just screenshotting that. Get clients. Are we going to get a recording? If you guys don't spam the link in your URLs in the chat, we'll consider it. But just in case we don't, because I don't know if this is being recorded right now, just stay till the end. Because honestly, I love recordings, but the main vibe and the main lessons are always from the live, especially the Q&A. Especially. That is like my pride and joy. This is where I can do it. Well, all right, this distribution secrets. LinkedIn sales funnel, we're gonna go through a little bit of that, but that's tomorrow as well. Shan is going to be literally walking you through the most amazing funnel. I actually have it. It's literally on my whiteboard there. Can you guys see it? It's right there. So definitely gonna learn. I can bring it up if you guys want. So how to get quality leads on LinkedIn? Sure. Get clients to make more money. Easy AI use. Yes, sure. Make more money. Who doesn't want to make more money? Get clients through LinkedIn 100%. Oh, I found it at the bottom. Read the emails. God. This is why I had an agency because I knew people didn't read stuff. So I made every single piece of copy with when I had the agency this proof, like skim reading proof. It's an entire business model, if you guys didn't know. Oh, you have an agency? Yeah, I had one 2 years ago. I missed yesterday. Oh, you missed a great this that yesterday was like the best thing I've ever done when it comes to webinars. I'm actually really proud. So live is live. Like the live is living. Today, love to learn go-to-market system using tools and AI. Sure. Um, we'll see. Make an AI model that will beneficial for humanity. Okay. Yeah. Can begin. Okay. So your expertise is very useful. All right. Amazing. Let's get going, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna share my screen, kind of like change it up a little bit for you so you guys can see me this entire time. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Business Mastermind day number two, right? So yesterday we had a bunch of people come in, so welcome back to every single one of you who is spending today with me yet again. Hi. But I'm gonna cut to the chase. Yesterday was all about AI and positioning. I walked you through exactly what the main opportunity is in 2025 and 2026 and what's going to be happening next. Now, for those that don't know anything about me, I've been able to gross over $2 million in revenue over the last 2 years following these exact same systems. Now, for those that don't know what businesses I have, let me tell you, I started with an agency, ghostwriting and personal branding agency on LinkedIn alone, scaled it with AI with zero employees to the multiple six figures. Then I moved on to education and that hit 1 million. Then my third business is about to hit six figures as well in literally just under a month. Like it's on track to do that. And that is a software tool. So if anything, I am well equipped to teach you what I'm about to show you today. All right. Now, we had nearly over 4,000 people watching last night's masterclass. That is almost the entirety of a, massive play stage of people watching. No big deal. No pressure for me. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, today is going to be all about AI inbound lead generation systems. From using these, I was able to then again, I'm going to repeat this because it's important for you to know, scale my own agency without hiring. I didn't have a bloated team. I didn't have, a bloated payroll. I didn't have to go back and forth. I've never done any outbound at all. My entire business models are run entirely with AI, right? And they run at an 80 to 90% profit margin. Okay? Now, if you're anything like me, you want results like this yesterday. Trust me, I know it. And I've not just been able to do it for myself and being featured in Forbes not once but four times, but I've also been able to do it for other people. If you go onto Lewis Butterfield's LinkedIn account right now, you'll be able to see that he's not only been able to grow his LinkedIn profile, go viral several times, connect with his dream clients, connect with his dream influencers and entrepreneurs, but also hit multiple six figures in months, right? The proof is in the pudding. So I need you to the reason why I'm able to teach you this today is because I've not just done this by myself. We've helped hundreds and thousands of people to do exactly the same. No matter what their niche was, no matter whether they were entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, B2B business owners, B2C business owners, or trying to pivot from being in the 9 to 5 to starting a full consulting business. So if you are thinking, again, Lara, I don't know if what you're about to teach me or what you told yesterday is going to be useful for me, let me look at you and tell you, yes, it will be useful if you implement it right and if you pay attention. Yesterday, I made you guys promise me something that you guys were going to commit for the next 6 months. And you said yes. For those that weren't here, please commit for the next 6 months to do exactly as I said, right? You're spending your hard-earned time here, so you might as well implement it, okay? Now, firstly, before I get into the education, yes, I'm going to get into it a lot quicker this time, I promise. But first, I need to go back to talking about AI. So there was this very interesting study that I read about a month ago when I was doing research for my content and YouTube videos. And this quote really stood out to me. AI won't replace entrepreneurs, but entrepreneurs who use AI will outcompete entrepreneurs who don't. The reason why this is important for you to understand today is because in this AI gold rush, it isn't about you versus AI. It is about you using AI and those who don't. Because the top 1% of entrepreneurs who are using AI today are getting miles ahead. They are becoming the new rich of this generation. And I want you to be part of them. Every single place, YouTube video, news article, billboard, even when I was coming back from Austin on Monday, I counted from my way to the house where I was at to the airport how many AI billboards I could find. The total, 12. We're living in this generation, in this era of AI hype. But if you get anything out of this session, is that AI is here, but it's not here to disrupt your business. You don't need to be rushing to create the next AI business model. You don't need to slap AI into your next offer. And you don't even need to use every single AI tool to win. You just need the right strategy, and I'm about to give it to you. Now, over the last, 3 years, I've tried to figure out by myself what is the best systematized process to actually use AI like a human and not like someone else that's literally trying to clone herself and do everything with AI. Because if I'm honest, even those YouTubers that were promoting AI automation businesses, AI this, AI that, they're already going back to what worked before. Because again, like I said yesterday, and you can watch the replay if you want, it's on your email, on spam if it's not, is that the thing that you need to be doing is you need to have the right strategy in place before you use AI with anything. Now, the point of today is it's me teaching you how business owners and solopreneurs can make more money with less effort in half the time using AI. Yesterday, I revealed the true blue ocean in this AI race. And it wasn't ChatGPT, it wasn't an AI agent, and it wasn't Claude or any other AI tool. It was something else. And that, my friends, was LinkedIn. So, for those that didn't listen to yesterday, the entire premise of this was LinkedIn is the single most powerful platform that any of you can use. I'm going to stop sharing for a second. I'm going to give you my LinkedIn spiel because I'm passionate about this. LinkedIn today, if you're a business owner, listen to this. If you are a business owner and you want to get more leads, but you're trying to keep on going to oversaturated markets where your competitors who have design teams, ads teams, creative teams, videographers, photographers already sorted. They're extroverted. They know how to speak on camera. They've already done the reps for years. These people are already miles ahead of you. But then I realized myself a few years ago that LinkedIn is truly the blue ocean that everybody's looking for. This is the next opportunity because if you're a business owner, just think about it. If LinkedIn has over 1 billion users, but only 1% are posting weekly, that's it, just posting. And you know that CEOs and decision makers are always on the platform, then what gives? Why are you not taking advantage of that? Oh, because you don't know how. I showed you how yesterday. Oh, because you don't know if your ICP is there. Yes, they are. Now, but how, Lara, how do I get leads from that? Well, today I'm going to show you that. But basically, if you're a business owner, the thing that I need you to focus on is LinkedIn. The AI comes after. But first, I need you to switch your mind and stop thinking about YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. It's all about LinkedIn and how you can leverage it with AI. Now, I've got free gifts for you to keep you retained. Okay? I know this is going to be long, 2 hours. So if you stay till the end, I'm going to be giving away 3 of those AI GPT bots that I use for this, that are full with my strategies my content so you can start getting ahead. Now, this is only going to be shown in the chat live, right? We're not going to send these out on email. Okay. So please, if you want these to start going and start growing on LinkedIn and getting clients, then please stay till the end. All right. Now, are we ready to start? Yeah. Drop a hell yeah in the chat. Just let me know, you guys. You're a Mexican friend. You don't get the email. Okay. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Amazing. All right. Good, Magdalena, Joshua, Martha, Beverly. Beverly, what are you doing here? I love it when my clients from like 2 years ago, they're still showing up to every single one of my sessions. Beverly's one of them. Hi, Beverly. How are you? I absolutely love that. It truly is an indicator to me that I'm doing something well. I've not met anyone doing what I do that gets recurring clients coming to their free webinars and their paid sessions and everything else. So that is truly a oh, Sophia is also here. Okay. All right, never mind. I'm gonna get distracted. Cool. Now, what we covered yesterday, right? Yesterday was pivotal for you to listen to because I covered the foundational thing that 99% of entrepreneurs fail to consider before implementing any AI tool in their businesses in 2025. What I see a lot is that businesses rush to do AI, but how I showed yesterday, businesses like Cisco, Microsoft, YC funded companies that rushed in this AI wave to do AI this and AI that, fired people, hired AIs to do everything. They're already going back to hiring people behind the scenes quietly. No one knows, but I do, obviously, because I know everything. And so what truly scares me, and the reason why we created this entire 3-day workshop series, is to remove this insane shiny object syndrome that every successful business owner watching this today has, which is the nervousness, the insane need to consistently try and catch up. But what if I tell you that instead of trying to figure out what's going to change in the future, why don't you think about what's not going to change today? And that, my friends, is positioning and how you're marketing yourself online. Okay? And your ability to generate leads with or without AI. Oftentimes people ask me, like, Lara, how are you doing this? How are you handling this? Like, what do you think about the next AI thing? What? And I'm like, I don't know and I don't care. Clients that I have that are watching this, if you guys want to comment, that video is covering the slide. I said, okay, no. We'll check. I'm gonna be sharing back and forth anyway. If any of my clients are here, they'll tell you that I don't look at impressions on LinkedIn or in any other social platform. I don't even look at many of the analytics because I like to focus on what matters, which is the effort. You can generate your own luck at any time you want. All you need to do is keep on trying and stay consistent and do the things that actually work. And so, I'm trying to see if like the thing is covering my, it's fine. It's only covering a little bit. Okay, so what we covered yesterday, the blue ocean opportunity, I showed exactly how people in the most boring niches like SEO and GTM and email marketing are what they are doing and how they're using this blue ocean opportunity to market themselves and get clients, make multi-millions of dollars online, inbound through LinkedIn. On top of that, I also showed you exactly how AI can help you get ahead and do the 80% of the work for you. I gave you an entire breakdown of the 3 fundamental things that you need to be using at the start for your positioning. That was my PCC framework. And then at the end, I covered how to use the newest and most exclusive AI tools that are not even in the market yet that you can start using as well, right? And then also I introduced you to my team, but we'll get into that again later. And I also dropped what we call the Known Club. Now, obviously, my goal really with doing that yesterday was to enroll some of you into the Known Club. But over the next 45 minutes, I'm going to show you how to implement my inbound lead system for you for free today, right? So for those that saw the pitch yesterday, yes, of course. What type of LinkedIn entrepreneur coach would I be if I told you to promote yourselves and I didn't do it myself? Doesn't make sense. But what I also showed you is how you should do it. I made about 150 slides of pure value for you for free, right? And then at the end, I asked for permission and gave you my offer. And that's exactly how you should be handling business online, right? But don't let that distract you from the next 30 to 45 minutes because I'm going to give you the entire thing for free anyway. One of those little bits. So, do I have your permission to sell at the end if you love the content that you see today? Can I have a yes in the chat? Yep. Amazing. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Facts. Take my money. Okay, amazing. Now, I'm going to walk you through a series of client wins, not to show off, but because of something I've noticed. A lot of you here may have the fear that your niche may not be able to work on LinkedIn. Now, what if I told you that people like Joel and Helmi thought the same? But within weeks of working with me and having my lessons and even taking some of my e-learning courses, we're able to get insane wins, such as getting their dream CEOs reaching out to them directly inbound, or people like Helmi getting an 8,000 direct wire because of LinkedIn, and then another one, and then another one, right? These people also thought that. And on top of that, the same entrepreneurs and B2B founders who were scared of creating content with AI and using AI automations in these AI systems that I'm about to show you today, these people were also able to not just get clients, but become known in their industry. Because like I said yesterday, the first thing that any client will do when they get to when they find you or when you outreach to them, they're going to Google you. They're going to go straight onto your LinkedIn. They're going to go somewhere, and you might as well make it worth it. And the thing that made me so interested in this is because I knew that I had to do this because I had nothing going on for me. I'll get into my story in a minute, but I first I want to talk about people that look like you and that thought like you. Even people like Alan, who works in mortgages, right? He started building his personal brand, hasn't gone viral, but still gets, 5, 6 figure deals off LinkedIn inbound with less than 10,000 followers. So my question to you today is, are you going to keep on thinking that you can do it, that you can't do it, or are you gonna try? Now, this is the end of the fast pitch. The team is gonna drop the link to the Known Club now. So let me get into the teaching. Now, yesterday, I showed you the viral tested guide for positioning to position yourself as the number one authority in your space. This was a PPC framework, and I showed you how to use AI as well. Now, today, we're going to show you how to turn that positioning into inbound leads that come to you organically, just like Alan's, just like Helmi's, just like all of these regular entrepreneurs and business owners who used to feel invisible now are being the most known people in their space. And they did that in just a few months, right? So again, what gives? Do you think that you can do it? Do I think that you can do it? 100%. Okay? And tomorrow, just a quick sneak peek, we're going to be showing you how to monetize your business like a 0.1% entrepreneur through content without millions of followers. Now, I'm not going to be teaching tomorrow. I will be here. But I'm bringing Shan, who you met yesterday, who's worked with the top entrepreneurs in the industry, people that you probably follow, like Logan Paul, Iman Gaji, James Smith, has also worked with Dior. And by the way, has an 8-figure agency, over 300 million done. Okay? So, just in case you want to come tomorrow, that's it. Now, the reason why I'm able to teach you what I'm about to teach you today, though, I built a 7-figure personal brand. I've co-founded 4 businesses, agency, multiple education ones, a software, etc. So I doing all of these things that I've done, and when I'm gonna show you, you can do it as well. I'm also ranked number one female creator on LinkedIn, have over 300,000 followers. So yes, you can trust me. But at the start, I started with nothing. But then I found LinkedIn. I was broke, depressed, fat, all of these things. I didn't know where to start. I was completely lost. I was trying to figure out how to use AI, how to do this, but I didn't realize that the true opportunity was right in front of me. And that was on LinkedIn. And again, I figured out the entire attention playbook, was able to go viral, get inbound leads every single time. And then I realized that if I could do it for myself, what if I tried to do it for others? And there's where the agency came in. Until this day, every single one of our clients goes viral. And like you see in one of these, our clients also get full leads into their inbox every time they post. People like Alexis, they go viral on LinkedIn talking about software engineering. So if they can do it, you can do it too. Now, I started LinkedIn day in and day out, all the time. Over the last 30 days, I've started about 2,384 posts. And what I found clearly blew my mind. So much so that I went to the LinkedIn headquarters to ask about it. And what they told me blew my mind. But before I tell you what they told me, I'm gonna tell you about this thing that I tried to find. And this happened with the agency. For so long, I was trying to figure out, okay, my clients are coming to me, clients like yourselves, business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, making around 6 figures every single time, every single year, and trying to come to me and be like, hey, Lara, I want to be the number one authority in my business. I want to also get inbound leads, but I want to go viral, but I want to get leads every single day. I don't want to do cold outbound, but I want to get inbound, and I want to go viral, but not too viral. I want to tell stories, but not too many. Could you do that for me? Yeah, sure. Great. So no viral, but no viral, but yes, but no, but inbounds, but not too many. Sure. So I went on this hunt to try and find the perfect framework that would work for anyone. And I couldn't find it. So I made it. And I call it the full 3-2-1. Now, the 4 stands for full post every single week, right? The 3 stands for 3 types of content that every single entrepreneur should be creating on LinkedIn right now. The 2 is for the 2 types of audiences that you should be targeting every single time. Number 1 is the ICP, and number 2, if you want to have a guess in the comments, let me know. And the last one is the single biggest opportunity that entrepreneurs have right now when they want to create an inbound lead generating system with AI, right? And there's one more, but I'll show that at the end, right? So, how does it work? 4 posts a week every single time. This is going to be what allows you to tap into the real audiences that then with AI you'll be able to monetize. But the reason why I'm focusing on this before the AI is because you need to understand the fundamentals before you actually act. Because I've seen it too many times. People go on ChatGPT or go onto any other AI tools and try and automate things that are not even ready to be automated. And this is why I'm honing in on the basics fast, because none of you, like, if I'm being honest, none of you here need the top AI automations. Trust me, we at the businesses that we run in, we can even ask Shan later, who runs an entire agency. They're not even that bothered about all of these AI automations or all of these AI offers. What we're bothered about is what actually makes sense, what's easy to do, and actually gives us the highest returns, which is content at scale, right? Why, Lara? But why 4 posts? Every single LinkedIn guru is telling us to do 10 posts, 20 posts, 30 posts. Well, yeah, they're not entrepreneurs though. They're not business owners. The people telling you to post 12 times a day, their job is to create content. Your job is to serve your clients. So who am I to tell you to post 12 times a day? Right? No one. And so what I found was that there is a really nice sweet spot for entrepreneurs when creating content so you can stay consistent but you don't burn out, to do 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 5, not 6, not 7. full. That's it. Okay? Okay, Lara, but how do I do it? Well, even when I started growing my business and my LinkedIn personal brand, I was able to scale from zero to nearly 300,000 followers on LinkedIn just by posting 4 times a week. I was also able to scale the businesses by doing just that, right? So if you have any doubts about how to do it, then this is the true signal. Like it is completely possible and it's also sustainable and attainable. Now, the number 3 is the new way of writing. Yesterday, I poked fun on marketers yet again. Because if you're an entrepreneur and you want to get clients, your content cannot be just one, AI generated, two, all about AI, and three, the same single pillars that every single entrepreneur talks about every time. It's not about entertaining, it's not about storytelling, it is not about whatever else that these people have in their content pillars. This is outdated and it doesn't work for a business market. The reason why you're here is because you want leads, right? Yeah? So, what you need to be doing is to focus on what I call the content trifecta. If you want to grow your authority, you need to think about it like, how do I get more people to look at my content? How do I get them to understand what I do for work? And then how do I get them to convert? Right? This is not the typical top, middle, and funnel type of funnel because honestly, it's very different on content on LinkedIn. So what I found is that if you do 3 things, so total addressable market content, growth content, and expert-led content, you're going to win. And I'm going to show you exactly how to actually do that and what that looks like later. So people like Mando here, who, works in finance, does exactly this. He has around 42,000 followers and his thing is financial advising. Now, he's not just built an entire business off the back of LinkedIn, but he's also become the top 1% creator in his space. And again, these examples are for you to truly see what's possible, even on LinkedIn where you thought that it wasn't possible to do something like this, right? So Lara, what type of content is he creating? Like, give me some examples. Okay. Expert-led content looks like this for him. So what does that mean? Well, expert-led content is what makes you and people like Mando stand out. So what problem are you actually fixing for your ideal client? Okay? So you have to actually get into the weeds of what you do. Most people confuse this by trying to copy other people and talk about 10 top productivity hacks to save your life. This is not expert-led content, and this is not going to differentiate you as an expert. It may grow your account a little bit, but it won't work and won't be sustainable. Now, for growth content, we think about targeting. Now, when you're doing growth content like viral content, it's not about, again, talking about top 10 TED Talks or productivity or mindset. It's about talking about topics that most of the people on LinkedIn could relate to, but still relate back into your business. So for example, here, the post here by Mando, at 22, I made 230,000. It felt like infinite money, but I was mentally drowning. So he's telling you how much money he's made, but then he's telling you a story off the back of it. The story helps the growth. The specificity helps his positioning, which I covered yesterday and why that's important. Now, my favorite one is total addressable market content. Now, this is the type of content that when you create it, you can reach a higher audience. You can reach more people. LinkedIn works, again, in a connection to connection basis, first, second, and third connections, right? The key to growth and then the key to lead generation, inbound as well. This is important. When you're trying to get inbound leads, the thing that's going to get you there is not another AI automation tools like a DMing sequence that's going to create that, because your LinkedIn is going to get banned. Like it's always, it's a problem. I like to focus on things that you can control at all times, right? And that is your content and its frequency. And also its relatability. So if you post about remote work, that will work because it relates to more people. If you post about your team, it will work on LinkedIn because it works on LinkedIn because everybody has a team. Everybody's a business owner or entrepreneur or is part of the team, right? So this is why this matters. So please take a screenshot of this, try and replicate it in your spare time, and then go back to the 4 and the 3 and think, okay, how many posts I want to do like this and like this. If you do this consistently, I can nearly guarantee that you will see success. I've done this far too many times to not say that it works because it does. Okay? Now, the two types of audiences, we've got the ICP, which stands for ideal customer persona or ideal client persona, and the IFP. Now, do we have any guesses on what the IFP stands for? Financial. Move your okay, fine. I'm gonna move this video. I know I tried my very best to have me on the screen. Sean, can you move me? Or is it just me? I'm gonna do some magic. All right, cool. Better. Ideal follower persona. Yes. The problem with most people, I'm gonna actually stop sharing because I'm annoyed now. Right. The problem, think about it like this. Most sales coaches that do AI stuff, right? Or people that are promoting AI businesses, they're only focused on something like lead acquisition. And this can work, but at a short space of time. Like imagine if you go to any social platform or go into a networking event, even think about it. And the only thing is that you're talking about the content that you would write for your ICP. So salespeople are always talking about, okay, you need to target your ideal client. You need to talk about their problems. You need to, okay, every day. What about the people that don't even know that they have a problem, though? What about the people that don't even know me? What about the people that are going to my competitors because they like them more? Because maybe they have kids and I have kids, and then they relate to me, so they come to me, right? I don't have kids, by the way. So think about it like that. So when you're creating content for your ideal follower persona, you need to actually think even like, how do I get people to warm up to me? Because your ideal followers, if you think about it, these ideal followers may not be ready to buy from you, but they will be ready to engage with your content and then push you into the algorithm. This is a true algorithm hack you guys are trying to find. When you're trying to grow your account, you need to kind of like feed that, because the IFPs are going to be the supporters that get you close, that get you closer to your ideal customer persona. How do I know this? Because it's exactly the game that I've been playing for the last 3 years. Nearly every single one of my posts is geared for my ideal follower, because I know that when my ideal client comes to my profile and they see tons of engagement or they see a post that has a lot of validation, psychologically they're going to approve of me. And then again, I'm gonna get ahead of my competitors by almost doing nothing. I don't have to pay for ads. I don't have to have a crazy VSL. I don't have to do all of these things that every single business owner is happy to pay. I'm cutting the line and getting ahead for free for over the last 3 years. And this is exactly how I've been able to help other people do the same. Multiple 6-figure businesses have been built off the back of this strategy. I built my 7-figure business doing exactly that. Now I'm building another one too with exactly that process because it works. But people don't like it because it seems too simple. But if it was simple, then if it was truly simple and easy, then everybody would be doing it, right? Now, someone else that's doing this incredibly well is someone like Eric Partaker, who is an ex-McKinsey, worked at Skype, is a best-selling author, all of these things, like all of these titles, right? He's on LinkedIn doing exactly the same thing. Now, how does he do it? He has 2 ICPs, CEOs, and then leaders, managers, and executives. So the content that's directed at the CEOs, it talks about company culture, talks about problems that they can fix. But then for his ideal following profile, persona, he talks about leadership, things that will make them look good. You guys, this is important. This is the most important thing that you'll ever learn today. Well, no, but one of the many things. When you make someone on LinkedIn look good by engaging with your content, you're gonna do better. And this is a true hack. People on LinkedIn consume content, but they can also see who's like what people are liking, right? So when you make content that is really high value, when it truly indicates a problem and solves it, when it makes someone like me liking your post and someone my boss sees it and they're like, oh, she's thinking about how to become an A player. Okay, cool. This is how it works. But no one talks about it. Literally no one. Now, the last and most important thing before I give you a surprise, it's a lead magnet. Now, I'm obsessed with this entire thing, right? This has been one of the main key elements that we've been able to almost strategize with and without AI to create one every single week. Now, who knows here what a lead magnet is, just in case? Now, what a lead magnet is a piece of content and this is okay, this all makes sense because that's why I went back and forth with content, and that's why I'm focusing too much on this right now because it makes sense now. When you create lead magnets every single week, you need to you need to pair them with actual value that's not trying to get someone else's email. When you create a lead magnet every single week, what's going to happen is that you're going to start taking your audience and taking people that are actually interested in you, and then you're able to convert them off the back of things. Just like when I collected your email to come to this event, and then we've been sending you emails after that to try and get you to come and show up. That's exactly what you need to be doing for your business today. It doesn't matter if you don't have an offer yet, you can still give value. Now, let me show you why this works. Lead magnets on LinkedIn are the almost like golden, like they're a gold mine right now. They've been for a year, and I don't know how long this is going to last as well. So please try them immediately. When you do a lead magnet, you get two main benefits. One of them is follower growth. Because oftentimes when you create a good lead magnet, people will follow you off the back of it. And number two, you get a ton of inbound leads wanting to work with you, right? We've got people like Jesse and Sean doing these. I know that Sean literally had a 6-figure launch running these. I've had these as well. This is the actual secret on how to run your business on LinkedIn. Now, Lara, how do I do this? Well, please take a screenshot of this because I want to get into how I want to do it for you. Take a screenshot of this. That's the entire architecture. But what I don't want to happen to you today is that I want you to remove this analysis paralysis of the severity of AI content and AI tools that everybody has today. You don't need the next big AI thing. Like, you just need 4 things, right? So now you may be thinking, okay, Lara, this sounds like a lot. I get it. You're busy. So am I. But look, business owners are getting ahead doing this in under 2 hours a week, right? And now because of AI, you can do it too. I've even personally have created an entire system. Just go back 2 slides. Oh, wait, where? I'm just showing. Okay. All right. So back into this for a second. Okay. People were screenshotting this. All right. I'll give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason why I skipped through this was because we're gonna do it together at the end, but my surprise was ruined. I'm gonna pick around 3 of you to actually audit these with you as well. We're gonna build them together. We good? Hell yeah. Can I get a I love lead magnets for me? And then we're ready to go? I love yes. Same. I would marry them if I could. All right. Now, because of AI, you can do it too. I personally have spent over the last year creating entire playbooks showing you how to use them like I did just now, but how to actually build these lead magnets that are set to generate you thousands of dollars nearly every single month that you post them correctly. Okay? I'm not here I'm not one of these people that just provides fluff, and gives you the value and tells you that just do it. No, I go into the weeds with you nearly every single time. You'll see in a minute because this is important to me because I enjoy it. Again, like I said yesterday, I don't need to be doing these webinars anymore. But I love trying to get people like you to have a mindset shift and think, what would this look like if I could do it myself? How far could I be in around 6 months if I just stuck to what Lara said 6 months ago, like today? That is my question to you. And so I've got the systems in my brain, but at some point you're gonna get them as well. Now, some of you are right in the middle of this meme. This is a midwit meme, and I love it. And this goes back to this analysis paralysis that we get as entrepreneurs that are busy and we're thinking about, oh my God, I need this and I need that and I need that and I need this. And like, what about TypeShare? What about Beehive? And what about K? And what, like, which one is your favorite? Just focus on four key things, okay? That's LinkedIn, Clio, using an email tool like Beehive and another AI tool like Poppy. Back in this course, these frameworks as well, I've literally shown people how to use each one of them to speed their process, to make more money in less time, and get their ideal lead signed nearly every single month. Okay? So if you want to stop being like the middle meme right here, focusing about trying to figure out which one to use, and then having analysis paralysis, then I've got good news for you. Because if you drop these next three things, I'm going to be picking two, one, if we have time. I'm going to be doing some of this live with you. Okay? So please drop your URL for a second. Don't get too crazy. Tell me what your niche and your offer is and what the main problem that you have is. All right? And then we're going to go ahead and write content together today. Cool? All right. Oh my God. There's so many. No, I can't choose. I am so clueless. Lead magnets, what? Oh, okay. Let me clarify what people put their LinkedIn's. Guys, I need specificity. Like what? Actually, yeah. So a lead magnet, if you weren't sure, is essentially a post. I showed an example of them. Is they just look like a LinkedIn post, but they're geared to get you more leads because when people opt in onto a lead magnet that looks like a normal post, they'll be giving you their email and then you'll be able to convert them off the back of that. Instead of ruining your positioning on LinkedIn, you can actually convert people on the back end. And the reason why I'm so bullish on these, and I'll get into the LinkedIn stuff in a minute, 70% of my revenue comes from email, right? And that is with nearly 300,000 followers. So the reason why I keep on pushing it out is because most people are in this creator trap, this follower growth trap, where they think that more followers means more business, when in reality, is the mastery of the entire funnel, which I teach inside of the Known Club, right? And I've taught before. If you even watch my YouTube videos, you can see. And so that is essentially what a lead magnet does. You give value up front, then you convert people on the back end, and then this is how you get validated, qualified leads nearly every single time. Because you know that they're interested in the problem that you're solving through this lead magnet. All right, there's too many. All right, I'm gonna pull out a few. Ooh, all right. We've got Cindy. Hell yeah, from the UK. I'm gonna pull up. Let me. Online fitness. Okay, I'm getting lucky. Great. So we're gonna do two. I'm gonna show you exactly how we go through the 4-3-2-1 system together. Okay. So for someone like Cindy, hopefully you're paying attention. What you want to do with your content, I'm gonna quickly roast it. Okay. Nice. So I help driven senior management women in corporate get clear on what's next and avoid mistakes. All right, so quickly, just as a piece of advice, I would love for you to use the PCC GPT that we sent out yesterday to rework your headline. And I'm gonna give you some guidance so we can start there. Because like I said yesterday, your positioning is everything. Okay? So you need to make it easy for people to understand what problem you fix. Okay? I help driven women get clarity on what's next. It's a little bit too vague. So I help women land their next dream role within 3 to 5 months by using my X framework. And then on the next line, you talk about your experience. You're like showing social proof of the back of that as well. That is important for us to know. The team is texting me right now. And just checking you guys. Can you guys see my screen just in case? Oh, guys, stop sharing your LinkedIn's. That's good. You're gonna start getting banned, and I don't want you guys to leave. All right, cool. So, Cindy, what you need to be focusing on today is that your content right now, I think it looks a little bit like mine. Maybe you've been through some of my courses, and that's completely fine. What you need to do is to focus on three things. Okay. So, sorry, I was writing some. So, total addressable market content, then growth content, and expert level content. So the first one that we want to write is how to write an expert level piece of content for you. So knowing as little as I know about you, I'm just going to take a wild guess and I'm going to assume that you've already helped more women actually find their next path in their careers, right? I'm just going to go off your headline and we're going to do this and we're going to do it together, right? So after working with, you know, 50 plus women in corporate, here's exactly how to find your, and then we think about what do these women really need? Okay? And then we can go into ChatGPT and ask. We'll do that in a second. I want you guys to look at the structure first, and then we're gonna use AI. Okay? Here's exactly how to find your purpose. Here's exactly how to find your next job. Here's exactly how to make your next $100,000. Here's exactly how to scale. Yeah, here's exactly how to escape the golden handcuffs. Okay? And then you talk about how you've done it with other people. So, Linda, my client, was lost and didn't know what to do. Today, she's earning 10 times her salary and is happier. Here's how she did it. Okay? Now, what we're gonna do here is that we're going to give a framework like step one, did this thing that you do, that you teach, step two, blah, blah. And then the post itself is going to tell a story because it's showing what you do, is giving people proof that you've done what you know, what you're claiming that you have done. And then you're giving people the entire framework. And now we finish with like a mic drop line, which shows which makes people feel good and it retains them. I like to think about content like a TikTok video. We don't have video on LinkedIn, or at least it doesn't work. I don't recommend it too much. But what I like to think about is about retention. How do we make people feel happy that they just read our piece of content for 5 seconds, right? So if you're currently feeling trapped, just know that it isn't your fault. Do X and get Y. And then bonus hack from me, you got a PS, like, what is stopping you today? So this is going to help you crack that 50 to 100 like jail, or for you, I guess, like minimum likes right now, which is completely fine. I get it. Like, I've been there before. It's completely solvable if you do stuff like this. This is going to help you get more engagement because what happens with content online, especially on LinkedIn, people don't really know what to reply to. So you need to prompt them to answer. Now, All right, Lara, how do we use AI to do? Yes, yes, I am getting there. Yes, I know. So we can go onto place like Clio, which is, by the way, the software that I built. And then we can go and ask it, hey, can you write this for me better? And then we put it there. And what Clio is going to do is going to search the web. If you use it well, like me, it would have your information. So ideally, um, where is it? Ideally, Cindy, if you were to use Clio, you would actually put stuff in the knowledge base that has stuff like your framework that you use for clients, your client results, right? And then from there, it will create posts that are way more, specific for you. Okay? So now it's written us a nearly perfect post. In seconds, all you need to do is add what's missing. Like maybe it's missing some of your ideas or your specific knowledge, right? And that's fine, that's easily fixable. You can even go and talk to the GPT and ask it, hey, can you make this shorter, like 8 lines? And it will do it for you, right? This is why I prefer using this over ChatGPT because we can actually go and make it more specific. You can talk to it like, hey, okay, can you make this a little bit shorter so it's easier to read? Can you follow Lara's Slay framework? Right? So at this point, AI can literally get you from no idea to sort of like a basic example to then actually writing content and getting it ready to be posted. Okay? So then it edits it for you, it makes it faster, whatever, right? Okay, Lara, but I don't have Clio right now. I don't want to pay. Yes, I got you. I got you. I got you. It's fine. Please, please rewrite this for me. Make it viral. So this is one of the free gifts that you get today. This is the GPT I built as the core for Clio. There's like volume -10 of what this SaaS actually is. But you can use it because I love you and you've spent the entire hour with me. Okay? Now, we've asked it to do it a little bit differently. So the dream job was for prison, but no one tells woman woman is this in corporate, right? So it's written as a post that is following my frameworks because we prompted it like that, and then it's written a post that's nearly ready to go live on LinkedIn. If you think about it, this is how the smartest entrepreneurs are using AI to get ahead. Is by saving time on the stuff that would take them 3 years to learn, but now takes them seconds because copywriters like me who have run agencies that have made multi-six figures have already trained AIs based on all of our years of failures and successes. Okay? We good? Now, Lara, okay, how do I do a lead magnet? Yes. Okay. Whoa. What's this? Another free gift? Right. So if you were to say, hey, I want to do a lead magnet. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, hey, I want to do, please give me 10 viral lead and specific lead magnet ideas. So we go back onto ChatGPT and it will give us the best things to actually create lead magnets of. And on top of that, if you go back and ask it or the other GPT, it can create you the copy for the lead magnet. And all you need to do, all you need to use, all you need to add is an image. Now, I know there was some confusion on what a lead magnet truly is. A lead magnet looks like this. It looks like a normal post, right? Out of these 3 photos, 2 of them are AI generated, okay? And again, let me rephrase, let me say it again. Entrepreneurs are using AI like this. They're not failing their businesses with AI agents. This is not what they are doing. Please, I truly my goal is to make you guys the most efficient entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, CEOs possible and let you know, become known and skip the queue and outbeat your competition at all times. The way you do it is through content. Distribution is the biggest moat in the market right now. It's not product, it's not the marketing, it's distribution. And when you have it and when you get it, you see that its value, right? And I've just showed you how to skip the line. So again, sorry. The lead magnet looks like this. So it's basically like, hey, I just did this cool thing. I've compiled over 100 pages of this. Here you have it for free. Just give me your email so I can sell you stuff after. That's fine. You're asking for permission. All good. Okay? So this is how it's done. This is how you use the 4-3-2-1 framework. And this is how you get ahead. Now, I know we have to go into Q&A. Guys, can you give me a sign if we are ready to go to Q&A, or should I keep cooking? What do you guys want? More roast, or should I get into the Q&A? Just let me know. So for someone like Josue from London, I'm getting 2 UK people. Oh yeah. So for you, the content that you need to be creating is content that makes people want to work with you. Very similar to what we did, very, very different to what we did earlier. So if I was in your situation today, right? And your goal, and you're precisely right. I love your headline. Helping busy professionals and executives you lose weight, right? But I'm not really seeing me, a professional, reflected in your content. Okay? I'm not really seeing that yet. So I need you to put yourself into the mind of your ideal client and think, what content do they want to see? Okay? What is it that would make me look like them? This is back to the positioning thing we spoke about yesterday and what it was the foundation for this entire thing. Because without that, you can't do this. This is why this entire personal branding world, even though it feels so easy, and there's tons of Lara copies in the market, everyone is talking about personal branding. No one actually studied the psychology of this. No one actually has worked with over 300, like 3,000 people. I've done that. I've written for probably your favorite content creators and entrepreneurs. The reason why we think about it like this is because we're using psychological biases, right? My favorite book, for those that don't know, it's influenced by Robert Cialdini. And one of the main things that he does and he talks about is that reciprocity bias. We buy from people that we like in likeness, and that people that we are like. Before I get into your specific situation, because I need to actually re-emphasize this, because this is where 99% of entrepreneurs go completely wrong when it comes to positioning. I don't look like this all the time. Like, let's be honest. Like, I don't have a mic in my hands every day. I have caffeine, right? I have a lip gloss. But what I want my ideal client to see is that professionalism, because it makes me look like someone that they want to look like, or someone that they would work with. So if you're struggling to get clients again and you're doing everything right, maybe think about it like this. What can I do to look more like the person that my ideal client would love to work with? Just think about it for a second. Write it down in the chat if you want, so you can remember. Maybe you guys can exchange notes. When I switched my entire positioning from selfies and cute content, like girly, like, oh my God, look at me, I'm in a cafe, working remote, like who, a 7-figure founder won't, like, they won't take me seriously. Oh, that cringed me out actually. It's bad. It's bad times. So what did I do? I started presenting myself like the person that actually would work with me, or the person that I actually wanted to work with. What did I look like? They look like people that are on the go at all times. They're speaking, they're giving value, right? So, Josue, where are you? Oh, I lost you. Sorry. I was focused on me. I'm the main character. Okay. Um, okay. So with your content, think about it again in the 3 types of pillars. Like total addressable market content. Okay. How do I reach the most people as fast as possible in the least amount of time? Most people, if you watch, let's say, Stephen Bartlett's podcast, what is he doing with his podcast? Just think about it again. I'm giving a lot of rhetorical questions. What is he doing? He's going for the top of like the total addressable market, which is what? Health and relationships. That's it. He's pivoted from talking to like the underground entrepreneurs to going to for the top market. Why? Because he knows that if he gets a lot of demand there, he's still talking about business within the podcast and his personal experience. And you get to really love Steven over the time. For those that don't know the podcast, I'm so sorry. Probably you're like, what's he talking about? Same like lead magnets, but go watch it. And so when he talks about relationships and nutrition, he talks about it to a broad level, right? Here's how diabetes is, making entrepreneurs fail. That. Or like if you do coaching for women, let's say, here's why being stressed at work is making you gain weight. I don't know, sorry, I don't know a woman, like a single girl that won't stop and look at that for a second, especially an entrepreneurial, busy professional. This is, yeah. Same with men. Okay. Something about their back, you know? Here's why sitting down for over 4 hours a day is killing you slowly or slowly killing you. That is a total addressable market content. Okay. So that, then the expert level content, you need to be talking about your client. And then for the growth content, you're going to be talking about you. So like this worked 5 months ago. What happened? Yo, what happened? Not good. So the growth content will look exactly like this, but you stopped. It needs to engage people into who you are. Okay? So maybe a story. Like, let's write it together. I don't know your story, sorry, but I'm gonna pretend. Okay? So you can talk about, at 27, I was severely overweight and diagnosed with Lyme disease. 32, running a, successful fitness business and happier than ever, right? And then, because I know we're running out of time, but I would do it this by hand, we're gonna go to a very useful Clio, and then we're gonna do ChatGPT as well. Please finish writing this post. What you can do in Clio, what I like is that you can also choose your writing style. So I'm gonna ask it to write like me. We have a bunch of people's content as well, like Alex Mercy, Justin Welsh, but that's not the point. Just checking. Save. So do this, and ideally, Clio is gonna finish writing this for me, like me. Finish writing this post. Yeah. And so again, ideally, it would have more information on your backstory, etc. You can fill in with your podcast if you've done any. If you have any voice notes, you can also do that. And it would create that like almost perfectly made, ready to post LinkedIn post, right? And so what Clio does, oh my God, is actually doing it exactly like I was gonna do it. Sometimes it scares me because I'm so glad I don't have an agency anymore because this would have actually, maybe I should start another one. See? So obviously it doesn't have the context, but it's ready to post. Then you can edit it, you can make it smaller, then blah blah blah. You can add another line, maybe add a PS, etc. But this is what we want to start creating. Now again, you can go and ask Clio, hey, can you give me post ideas? What's trending in the market? You can save your swipe files as well. So you can see what posts are trending right now, what's like going viral, etc. So you get like unlimited inspiration. Now, if we go back to ChatGPT and try and do something like this, it can also do it, but with less specificity. We can always try. Finish writing this for me. And yes, you will get this at the end for thanks for staying. We're just cooking. I've been told not to stop because apparently this is engaging. I don't know. I can literally do this in my sleep. So And I can teach you as well. Link in the chat. Um, so yeah, I barely recognized myself 5 years ago, chronic fatigue. So what this is doing, and is worth explaining for a second, is that the reason why Cleo is writing like this for you is so it looks like this on mobile, right? So it's easy to skim. So people don't miss anything that you're saying. And that is important. Okay? Now, if you want to create a lead magnet, it's the same. Hey, let's do make me a lead magnet post. So ideally for someone like you, your lead magnet would be about like the checklist for entrepreneurs to lose weight without dieting, right? And you're giving it away. You maybe make it a little bit more specific. Then when you have the idea from the GPT here, you can create the content for the lead magnet, and all you need to do is add an image, right? It's easier than ever today to actually stand out. Oh my God, there's so many links. What's going on? I'm trying to read. The chat is going fast. How do you choose a picture? Honestly, we've tried it many times, but what works best is either you have a GIF of the lead magnet, like you going through it. It's a screen recording, and then everything else. All right. So, can I get a hell yeah in the chat if you guys enjoyed that? Was that useful? Hell yeah. Amazing. Good to know. All right, now let's go back to what I was talking about. So, again, please take a screenshot of what these look like. This is going to be incredibly useful for you so you stop thinking like you don't need any specific thing. Like this was created with ChatGPT, this was created with Canva, and this is literally just a recording, a GIF recording of um the actual lead magnet. So it's not complicated. That's what all I'm saying. That's all we did what 10 posts in 5 minutes? No, 3 posts in 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Without any context, by the way, I don't know these people. Now I do. Hi. Nice to meet you guys. So that's my point. In order to stand out as an entrepreneur, you need to get known, liked, and trusted, and you do this through the full 3-2-1 framework. Right? It doesn't get simpler than that. Again, another photo. So, are we on the other side of the midweek meme? Are we good? Are we on the stoic side? I would say yes. Good. Right. So the reason why I know this works though, when we did this for Thea, right? She joined one of my programs. This was like nearly 2 years ago, right? When it was a little bit newer. We implemented this exact same system with her. And this was without all of these AI tools, by the way. This was manual work. Right now, she can take advantage of it even more. She was able to make back 18x her investment with us. And then on top of that, with one call with me, she made an extra $40,000. Let me let that sink in. $40,000 in 1 week. Just by using the advanced strategies that we teach in our programs. Now, we also have people like Harry, who you met yesterday, who's also a coach in my new program. By simply spending $997, he grew his business to $12,000 a month in less than 6 months. I'm not saying this to brag, well, maybe just a little bit, but I'm saying it again so you can see what's truly possible when you actually commit to doing something. And I got these actual testimonials from a live stream that we did around 5 days ago where they literally said that verbatim. You can go and check it out. I didn't prompt them. I'm like, oh, I forgot that I did that. Like, I helped them do that. So we also have people like Noemi, who has grown from 30,000 to 65,000 followers on LinkedIn, has worked with people like Notion, business like Notion, and has gained massive business opportunities in the process. So again, is this going to be you? And that, my friends, leads me to the pitch that I asked for permission at the start. My new cohort is open for enrollment right now. We've run these maybe 4 times. And if you know me, you know that these don't come by often because, there's too much. So we're going to drop the link in the chat if you want to join, right? And hopefully I'll see you inside. But if you guys want a little bit more context of what this really is, then let me let you know. So our cohorts are like almost sold out every single time. Why? Because of the proof and receipts that I just showed you earlier. And what you saw me do is just a taste of what I actually do inside of the programs. Now, on top of that, because I realized that I wanted to do it better this time, and I didn't just want to do it by myself, I brought in 4 different coaches to help you in different areas of your business. Because no matter how successful I can get at certain things, I know that I'm not the best to teach you different things. So, for example, I'm bringing Harry to teach you how he did what he did from zero. Because the difference between where I started and when he started is completely different. He's also building an agency and getting inbound and out and doing outbound, which is something that I don't do. So I'm like, hey, Harry, can you come and actually teach what you've learned over time and how you build like your multi 6-figure business along the way? He said, yes, of course. I'm bringing my good friend Taslim, who has worked with also probably some of your favorite entrepreneurs on the platform. And he's going to show you all the algorithm secrets and psychological biases that most people don't actually use, right? And I'm going to be honest, I work with Taslim very closely. Insanely closely. So close that sometimes you'll see some of his writing across my posts. Because he is so good at understanding what I can't see because I'm busy doing other things. Taslim studies the algorithm better than anyone else. And on top of that, he's an AI geek, right? He studies AI day and night and how he can implement it with his clients every single time because he also runs an agency. Now we've got Sean, who you met yesterday and you're about to meet again later, who, if you need yet another introduction, he runs an 8-figure business, an agency. He works with people like Iman Gaji. He works with people like Grace Beverly, James Smith, and other massive personal brands and entrepreneurs and helps them scale their businesses. And if you didn't know, he's also worked with me. And is one of the main reasons how we've been able to scale the education business to over $1 million. Okay? So again, he knows what he's talking about and he's ready to show you exactly that. And then at the end, we also have Connor. So if you were like, okay, Lara, how do I do this lead magnet thing? Lara, but like, what about ads? Lara, do you know anything about ads? Or like, how do I do A/B testing? But what is the framework Connor is here to answer all your questions on this because I know how important email flows are. In fact, we've made thousands of dollars from them. And to be honest, I couldn't teach that because I can understand it and I can see it, but I'm not well equipped for that. But he is. So the cohorts that we've run before, by the way, they've only had me as a coach, right? And it was all about branding, content, copywriting, psychology, etc., etc. Everything that had to do with the front line. These people are going to teach you the back end of building 6 and 7 and even 8-figure businesses, right? For 4 weeks, every single day, our main goal, if you join the Known Club today, is going to be help you scale your business, right? I'm not playing around with this, by the way. Like, this is intense. I'm flying back and forth between the US and the UK and other parts of Europe, doing all the things for business, but I'm making the time to do this with you. And not just that, but I brought every single person that I know has something to help you with to the program. Okay? I want you to look at the calendar for a second. I'm actually gonna zoom in because this is insane. So every single week, you have a lesson on anything that you actually want to know. So if you have problems with content, I'm here to help you. Like just like I did. If you want personalized advice, I've got you. But if you want to know, okay, why is the algorithm shadow banning me? Or like, where do I find my ICPs? How do I use Sales Navigator? Harry and Taslim are going to be there helping you. And then if you want to talk about monetization and the other top 0.1% things that you as an entrepreneur and business owner needs to know, then Shan and Connor will help you do that. Now, we've gotten a lot of feedback, mostly positive, but the one thing that most people hated about the other programs, and I'm gonna be honest, because I'm not gonna pretend that I'm perfect, you know? I can speak, sure, and everything. And I know how to do content, I know how to get leads, etc. But there's something I failed at completely in the last cohorts, and that was giving you more time. This time, every single week, you're gonna get 1 hour of me teaching exactly what you need to know. And then at the end, you're gonna have an hour of Q&A with me. So I get to know you. I get to audit your content and tell and even give you feedback and assignments so you can come back and implement or actually do yourself, right? This is going to be an incredibly hands-on experience. And I've never seen anyone do this before, right? I've seen people do half of it and then do like give it to other people. You're gonna get me, an 8-figure entrepreneur, and three of the most important people that I've ever met when it comes to marketing, right? So think about it. Now, I'm gonna give you a quick run through of what each week looks like, and maybe you can tell me what lesson looks interesting to you. So, week one, we're going to be covering how to become the go-to authority in your industry. Because like I did like yesterday, that is the key foundation for any entrepreneur and business owner and consultant or solopreneur to actually get ahead even with using AI, right? You cannot get ahead of the market when you have the foundation solid. And if you're a business owner, you know this better than most, right? How many business owners do we have here that are making six figures plus, right? Give me one in chat. You know better than most that when the foundations aren't ready, then you cannot scale, right? And for a week straight, that's what we're going to be focusing on. Getting you ready to scale your brand and business online and making it almost like disgustingly profitable that you're going to be like, what happened? That's the goal. So on Mondays, I'm going to show you how to become an authority. On Tuesdays, Chad is going to show you the algorithm. On Wednesdays, Sean is going to cover monetization. On Thursday, Harry's going to come in and show you how he's actually grown his agency doing some incredibly random and almost weird things and unconventional is the word, that you would think, yeah, like, why didn't I think of that? And then on Friday, we're gonna show you how to turn cold leads into warm buyers using our specific frameworks. Now, week two is going to be all about how to leverage AI to amplify your growth for your business and your personal brand. Okay? So, on Monday, I'm going to show you the end-to-end AI system for building an algorithm-proof personal brand. Today, I showed you just a fraction of it. On Tuesday, Taz is going to show you how to write with AI, but so no one knows the difference, right? Wednesday and Thursday, it's going to be, again, all about monetization, but with AI and how to use AI tools to actually help you scale your business or how to start building an online personal brand and profitable business. And then on Friday, Connor is going to show you the 100,000 email automation that makes cold leads want to buy from you. That one's my favorite. I would definitely attend that one. If anything, you need to go to that one. Because again, most of our revenue comes from email. And if I haven't made it a point enough today, is that you need to go all in on email. Week 3, deciding high converting client acquisition pipeline. So my $2 million inbound system fully and ready for you to implement. We're gonna give you the plug and play. Tuesday, psychology. So again, I touched on it lightly earlier, but you need to understand how your buyers think so they wanna become your consumers. We've implemented these strategies with our clients, with the agency, and it works. They're not the most viral posts, but they work. All right. And then week 4, how to make your first $100,000 with scalable money models. I'm going to be giving you the full blueprint on how I launch courses and programs and offers, etc., and how we've been able to even sell a $15,000 offer using one link and one message. That's it. Every time I mention this, people are like, there's no way. There is a way because I've done it. So if you want to learn how to do that and stop trying to pay for ads, SEO, optimize your website, doing all these crazy things that you don't really need to focus on, then on week 4, you're going to learn. Now, obviously, this wouldn't be anything without bonuses. So you're not just getting the cohort for 4 weeks that is super intensive. You're not just getting the recording so you can send it to your team and they can learn it as well and implement it while you're focusing on maybe the monetization side and they can focus on the marketing. But you're also going to be getting free access to my personal branding courses, right? That's 55 plus hours of content that you and your team can watch in their spare time as training, or that you can watch today or tomorrow or when you're free, right? This is the program that has gotten the best results on LinkedIn across the board. And I'm not just saying that I know, and you can go look at the reviews on the main website. Okay? Now, the team is probably dropping the link right now. So, if you want to get in, please go and buy it today. We have 3 different types of payment offers as well. I would love to see you in there. This is honestly a once in a lifetime opportunity, because there is no way on earth that you could ever find 5 coaches that have not just grown a business, not just have a big following, but have done it and have helped other people do the same, teaching you in the same place for 4 weeks. Nearly impossible to find. If you can find it, show it to me, because I don't know what. Now, bonus number 2, well, it says 3, but you're also going to get access to Lara AI, which is my AI bot that my friend Jody made because that is her business, that is trained upon every single course, YouTube video, podcast, client transcription, etc. So you can go and talk to her when I'm not available. You're going to be having access to my brain 24/7. People literally talk to her all the time. Now, the 4th thing that you're also going to get is Clio. I showed you how to use it earlier, and you're going to get free access to Clio when you join the Known Club today. Okay? This tool is still unreleased. We have 500 users using it and loving it. Multiple people are going viral using it, but it's not available yet. But if you join the Known Club, you get this for free. Now, you saw it write content for you. Imagine if you saw me writing content for some people. But imagine if you actually were able to upload your content. Imagine how much quicker and better it would be. It was already great to start with 0 context, but now imagine if you actually used it every single day to write your content. Some more proof that it works. My friend Jake made a post using Clio completely. And there's a video on the website of how he did that. And he was able to go viral just using Clio, right? There's also some proof from someone else that has already gone viral with using Clio within the first week. Now, I'm gonna let Shan take over because I want him to explain this. But yeah, welcome, Shan.
What's up, guys? I think you can keep sharing if that's cool.
Oh,
Or do you
okay.
want me to share? Yeah,
Yeah.
but I can say hello first. Hey, guys, what's up? Sean here, and yeah, excited to speak with you guys. I think just want to give you a bit more context on myself from yesterday. So I think firstly, My business is Gemflow, a business that I started 10 years ago, almost now, 9 years actually, 9 years last week, I think, which is $100 million in revenue since I started. And yes, that is true. You can go to Companies House in the UK. We're a large business. We are audited. You can go and check my accounts and you can see it for yourself. Can't hear you very well. Can everyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. And that graph there is my revenue year on year. So when I started my business, it took me 14 months to do $1 million. And ever since, every single year we have grown. And last year we did $23 million, and we do $2 to $3 million every single month. So in the world of agency, in the world of signing clients, I have done it all myself, step by step. Today, I work with some of the biggest brands in the world. Who here knows Gymshark? I'm sure you guys know who Gymshark are. We pitched them to launch in the UAE. We came up with a modest collection and then helped them actually do that together. Similarly, with Dior to other massive global brands, we do stuff with them. So I've gone from signing the smallest client to $300 per month, $2,000 per month, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably today, to getting paid 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, etc. Gross profit and net income. There's always got to be one guy. Okay, man. So last year we did $23 million and about $4 million profit. And that is still with investing in a lot of growth, a lot of stuff, growing in new countries, going in other stuff. So just be happy, man. Someone's out here living their dream, has built something big. There's always be someone, but tell me the profit. How much money in the bank? What car do you drive? Like, you got to find all the reasons why you do not want to believe someone else can actually live their dream and work hard and make it there. This is me. I guess I've worked with some of the biggest people in the world. So you might see the guy there with his hood on. That's Anthony Joshua. It was one of my biggest things to sign. I signed him. I helped him scale a whole boxing range product. We sold it in retail. And we sold it in all the stadiums. It was when he was on the rise, and then he lost, and then everything went bad. And also lots of other amazing, famous people that you've seen. I'm also an owner of a New Tonic, which is a brand that I own with Chris Williamson and James Smith. So now I invest in a lot of businesses, we do stuff, and Laura also invested in the business. I raised $3.7 million. Mike Thurston, yes, so I've been working with him since 2017. It's been 8 years. I've helped Mike Thurston since he only had a few 100,000 followers, all the way to building a full business with multiple $1 million. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. So yeah, anyway, that is me. So tomorrow I'm going to be focusing on the opposite of what Laura has been teaching so far. So she's been teaching you about how do you create content to position yourself as the expert. So when people come to you, um, they were going to want to actually sign up for your services, buy things from you, etc. What I'm going to be teaching tomorrow is all about outbound. How do you go ahead and actually get clients yourself? And if you go to the next slide, Laura, I'm going to be teaching you this tomorrow, but you actually, when you join the Known Club, you actually get my hot outreach MBA. So I have a thing called hot outreach. This is how I've managed to build my business to where it is today. I don't buy leads, no Apollo, no Clay. I don't spam people with automated emails, do a 3 email sequence, hoping someone responds. I don't do any of that stuff. And I will teach you some of what I do tomorrow, and the rest of it you're going to get for free inside the Known Club. And I have lessons around it too. But the second thing I'll also be teaching you, which a lot of people here probably never thought about, is you can make money from unqualified leads. Every agency owner, service provider in the audience today, everyone, when a call gets booked with you or someone sends you a LinkedIn message, you want it to be someone that can afford your services, right? So what you do, and that's everyone's dream. But the truth is, 80, 90% of the people that will ever contact you want to work with you is actually going to be people that can't afford your services. And you call them unqualified leads, it annoys you. It's the thing, can't get good enough leads. Where'd you get good leads from? The whole thing is that you productize your knowledge and you sell it as a digital product to unqualified leads so they can do it themselves. And that is how all of a sudden now you can make money from everyone and you scale your business way faster. Anyway, I've got a whole course on this, which I've put together based on the actual things we do at Gemflow. Because essentially, I help the biggest people in the world sell digital products, and you get that for completely for free. Normally, people pay $1,000 for that, and when you join the Known Club, you'll be getting that. And I will be teaching some of you that tomorrow, and obviously, they have classes on it, but you have a full course as well. Then I'm also going to give you access to Pablo, which is our software that we have developed over the past 9 years and is used by the biggest people in the world. Essentially, it's like a school or a WOP or a Kajabi, but just way better engineered for online businesses from our own experience of doing everything. In this, you get to set up your own landing pages, lead magnets, Lara was talking about. So the software to use to then um, collect emails and sell products and sell coaching is what you use this for. And you'll be getting free access to this when you were to join. Um, and when you join, sorry, that you'll be getting access to as well. So yeah, look forward to speaking with you guys tomorrow. The link is should be in the chat and is also I think in the tab at the bottom in your Zoom. And be excited for you guys to join and to teach you all there is about signing clients. And I guess you get everything that we've been saying, the 4 weeks of coaching with us live. You get Cleo, you get Pablo, you get Lara AI and all the GPTs, you get the courses by Lara, courses by myself, and then 6 months of a community in Slack where it's a real community, a members club. Well, yes, planned in-person events as well. There'll also be a monthly group call outside of the teaching for 6 months. And if you join today, that is what you'll be getting as well. I guess some of the GPTs that were shown, yes, we will send that to you via email as a taster so you get a feel for like the stuff, but there'll be a lot of other things too. But yeah, that's
All right.
everything from me and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, Sean. Amazing. Yes, Sean got me addicted to new tonic. Hopefully he can get you addicted as well, but also to make you money. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to bring a very special guest in. Is he ready to come in? Um,
Are you talking about me?
ah,
Hey,
who's this? How are
it's me,
you?
Taz.
What
Hey,
up? What time is it?
hey, it's 6:30, but you know, I was just looking at the price of, and I just heard the entire offer, and I think I was thinking at that time, is there anywhere else on the internet, like literally anywhere else on the internet, where you could for $2,500 or even $5,000 actually connect and talk to people that are making over $100 million a year, and not $100 million a year just woo woo. $100 million a year tax filed, you can go check it yourself. $100 million a year. I don't think there's any other place on the internet, and you know what, that's probably why I'm so excited to be one of the coaches here as well. But yeah, sorry, I just butted in because I was just super excited about this. I don't
Uh,
think there's anywhere on the internet where you could do that at the moment. So well done on putting this together. This is amazing.
no, well, thank you for coming. So, Tasli, people may not know you as well as I do. So, can you tell them who you are?
So I am a professional full-time LinkedIn nerd. I quit a six-figure job about 5 years ago when six-figure jobs used to be cool. And then inflation ruined it all, but thank God I'm not in that job anymore. And the only thing I've done since then is I have sat down and researched LinkedIn. And so the best creators on LinkedIn have since then either paid me or copied me. Like there is no third category when it comes to LinkedIn approach and how to figure out the algorithm and how to improve your writing. And so what we do is run a agency that's super bespoke, only a few clients. We don't do $100 million like Sean, but you know, I'm glad to be a coach here so we can learn from him as well. Again, what an insane opportunity. And so we create the best LinkedIn content. And you know what? While you were saying this, I was literally calculating again in my mind because I'm also very anal like some people in the chat, and I go, you know, if I just look at one of the things I'm doing on, I think I'm doing it on week 3 or week 4, where I'm sharing the Notion system. That Notion system itself was sold for $3,500.
I
And
bought it.
that's it. That like like that takes everything else is separate. All the other 16 other master classes, all the other coaches, you, Sean, everything else is different. So, well, I'm, I guess, a full-time LinkedIn nerd, and I'm here to teach people things. And by the way, even you don't know the things that I've cooked up, Lara. I've got some special sauce for everyone that's gonna join the known club.
So I fully expected Tas. You've been so behind the scenes over the last few months that I just can't wait what you've been thinking about. Now, I know we can't say her name, but you know who I'm referring to. This one client that completely exploded on LinkedIn because you are the master algorithm hacker, and you got her from literally no engagement to getting inbound leads, and not just that, but a top voice badge, fully LinkedIn verified, completely dominates her niche. How did you do
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Um, so it involves a little bit of what you mentioned because I did hear a bit about what you were teaching, which was you need to understand how to address all different types of markets and expert-led content. Um, the fairest answer would be that it is complicated. It is not, you can't just say, hey, look, I just created selfies and I just created inspirational posts and that's how it worked. That's why, again, I'm very excited to actually lay it all down for people. So I'm glad that you gave me like 8 hours of speaking time within the Known Club because I will actually talk about it. But we have multiple clients, and most of them or multiple number of these people have actually done that same thing. The person that you're mentioning, yes, she leads her niche now. By the way, we have another client who is sort of in a similar niche, has done way better than her. So there's heaps of people, and I will be sharing. Like I can talk to these people and say, hey, look, are you okay with me sharing your name? And I'm happy to share those within the club. Obviously, right now we have like thousands of people, and so if I just start saying, hey, I ghostwrite for your favorite creator, then they might not like it. But it's basically a lot of research, a lot of specialized knowledge, understanding what not only the algorithm wants, but also what the audience wants. And those are the two things that I really want to focus on with the Known Club. And also, when I say what the algorithm wants, just so that everyone knows, because we have hundreds of people over here, the things that we talk about or I talk about specifically when it comes to the algorithm, you will not hear anywhere else because I don't sit down and make up numbers saying selfies do 3x this or comments do 4x that. I actually developed a methodology of research into the algorithm that is, I believe, the only one that works because the algorithm isn't, as everyone knows, the algorithm isn't open source. Like LinkedIn doesn't actually tell you what works or what doesn't work in the algorithm. But what we've done is we've actually literally worked out in depth how to leverage LinkedIn in the best way. And that's what's going to be in, I think that's the first masterclass. I was actually looking at those slides and I'm super excited. So yeah, I mean, I could talk about this for hours. I just don't want to hog everything.
Amazing. Well, one of the last things I want to share, and I shouldn't really, but Tas, you've helped me so much with my content. I think over the last 6 months that we've been working together, because I was like, hey, Tas, I'm burning out. I'm getting incredibly busy. You've been my own almost personal brand strategist while I'm busy trying to build this software tool and scale it to 1 million. So, for those that don't really trust us yet, because you haven't seen him actually cook with the algorithm nerdiness, just look at my content. Like, we've had some of the most growth that we had this entire year, even with the algorithm having the biggest problems, etc. And Tas does this for a living with his clients. Like, really, truly, if you have no time to create content, but you still want to get the best results, Tas will teach you how to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone saying I have in the comments I have two babies and an unpredictable schedule. Is there additional support, etc.? I also have a new baby, and so there's going to be heaps of support in there from what I understand. Also, Lara, the I believe that I've reached a point, and I'm sort of like blowing my own horn here, but I've reached a point where there's first you figure out what works, then you figure out how to actually blow up everyone and how to blow up yourself. And I've done that for myself and other people. I mean, I do have 100,000 followers, even though I post like twice a year. And then I figured out how to actually run all of these things without having to slave yourself to content all the time. And it's obviously you have to understand how these systems work, and we teach those. I will teach those in the known club, but at the moment, what I'm doing is basically just sitting at the back, studying everything, figuring out how it works, and helping creators like yourself, or you're way beyond a creator, but helping people like yourself understand LinkedIn better. And so that I don't have to sit and post content all day. I can just, enjoy my life vicariously through people like yourself. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's people saying content creation is killing me. And honestly, it killed me as well. What I know, when I explain it to you, you will feel so much more relieved that I mean, you might want to pay me another $5,000 after that, saying, "Hey, look, 4,000 or $2,500 wasn't enough."
I've done that. Like I remember there was this
Yeah,
time when
exactly.
you've explained your entire Notion system that I know you're gonna give away for free that was worth what 3.5K. I was like, take my money. I didn't even need it. It was for agencies, and I was
Yeah,
like, this is
yeah.
so good. I could not miss it.
And
So
also, just I also want to mention because someone asked, I think yesterday, if joining the known club would be helpful for someone that is a ghostwriter. Um, so just so you know, if you are a ghostwriter and you listening to this, when Lara says and when I say that I sold the system for 3.5K, it's not a value add. We actually sold it to people, dozens of people for that price, and you'll be getting that in there included. So if you're a ghostwriter thinking, "Oh, is the known club the right place for me to join?" Look, I've trained maybe 75 ghostwriters now, and so I'll be there to help you guys understand how to do this in the best way. And the only reason I want to do this, to be honest, is because, well, first of all, Lara's amazing and we're good friends, but I genuinely think that before what Lara and I are about to do in the future, and we have some plans to do some other things, is that we really need to impart this knowledge before we go do these other things. And if people don't learn this, it will be the biggest, oh my God, we could have taught like 10,000 more people how to make $1 million, but we didn't. So we really want to teach people that before we move on to the next things that we do.
yeah, I know. Exciting thing is coming soon. But first, the value. Well, thank you, Tas. If you guys want to see Tas more and let him talk about his nerdy algorithm hacks, then see you guys inside of the Known Club. Thank you,
Yeah,
Tas.
and by the way, that's the only place where I'll talk about this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there is nowhere else I'm talking about this at the moment.
100%. Thank you, Tas. See you soon.
See you. Take care, Lara.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have two very special ladies in this chat right now. Um, these people, well, these women have not just impressed me to the point that I made time to have them today, but have become really close people to me, and I've come to admire them through their work ethic and anything else. I've seen them grow, and I'm very grateful to be part of their process and journey. I don't really take that much credit for it. In fact, not that much. But hopefully today you can learn and get inspired by these two people. So, Misha and Alana, welcome to the Zoom. Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm good, thank you.
Alana, how are you? Good. All good. So, ladies, do you want to introduce yourselves to our 600 big audience?
Sure, I'll go first. I'm Misha. I joined Lara's Literary Academy probably about a year ago now. And I have built my own personal brand on LinkedIn. I think I've got around 40,000 followers now, and I help other people do the same. So I help people build personal brands on LinkedIn via ghostwriting and doing it myself or coaching.
Thank you. I've said that I know we spoke literally 3 days ago and like another live webinar, but I think why I don't bring people on this call as often. But Misha, you've impressed me beyond compare. Like I said this again, but I need to say it. It's just like the consistency and drive that you've had over the last year is insane.
Thank you.
What, again, why did you think that, how did you know that it was time to go all in you?
Um, oh, good question. I think, well, to be completely honest, I think it was almost a point of kind of like hitting rock bottom and not really knowing what else to do. So I first started posting on LinkedIn around a year and a half ago because I actually lost my job. I was applying for tons of other jobs, ones which I was way overqualified for, and just not hearing anything back. And the whole situation was incredibly frustrating. I'd been working for, 6 years. I'd worked up to being a brand marketing lead. I was in a good position within my career, and then not to be able to get a job was, yeah, really, really hard. And I didn't know what else to do. I'd kind of been posting on LinkedIn ad hoc before that, but I was always a full-time employee, so it wasn't really that important. And I didn't know what else to do. So I just started posting, and I was really lucky. My first couple of posts took off, managed to sign like two clients within I think of my first few weeks of posting. But then again, it just kept dropping off. So then I'd get busy with work, and then I'd stop posting, and then I'd stop growing my own brand because I was helping other people. And I think it then got to a point about this time last year when I just thought I need to do this for myself, and I can be consistent with my clients, but why can't I be consistent with myself? And I was seeing all these other people building their own brands and, getting brand partnerships. And I just thought, why can't I do that? So that was when I really decided to go all in.
That's so, like, even people in the chat, you're reading it. Everybody finds your story super inspirational, and I do as well. I relate insane too much to it. But what I don't relate to is your insane work ethic networking with other people and actually building those connections.
Mm.
But I'll get into that in a minute. Let me introduce Alana for a second. Alana, I think your mic was muted. Can you try and speak?
Yeah, I think it's better now.
Hi.
Hi.
How you been?
I've been good, busy, but very well, thank you. How about
So
you?
good, thank you. The reason why I have you here is, Alana, there was a time where you couldn't get any likes on LinkedIn. And then you appeared on one of my calls one day, and I was like, yeah, this is not working. And then you then did something that I advised you not to do, and you conquered the platform with video. And you actually managed to position yourself as literally the only person doing the branding and positioning that you do. Tell me, how was that journey of going from no engagement to finally figuring it out and being consistent and actually trying things out and going all in?
Uh, well, I figured it did get to a point where if I was going to spend another second on it, that it I needed to dial that in, and the only way I would be consistent is if I enjoyed it, and if I felt that it was being true to me and in formats that I knew I could communicate well. So that was a big piece of it, and being able to find my own voice inside of that. And video was a big part of that for me. Video was a big part, but I have since pulled back on video. I'll pump the brakes on that, and I'll get into why if anyone cares to hear. But oh, thank you, Chanel. Somebody just put a very lovely comment in there
Yeah,
that
everybody
I
everybody's
chimed in
saying
on.
that
So
you look
thank you.
amazing.
Thank you. I'm actually going to be recording something after this, so I wouldn't normally just be so dolled up, but I'm going to be making videos right after this.
So you're stopping video, but you're making more videos.
Yes, they're for a different purpose, not for LinkedIn, for a different purpose, not for LinkedIn.
Okay. So, okay, tell us why you stopped video and then how you're still you I get your emails as well. You started a newsletter as well. You've actually gotten a lot more leads since you started.
Oh,
How was
yes.
that? Like, what was the process for you? What was the one thing that you wish you knew at the start?
Oh, definitely pull emails offline. I was trying to do so many things at once, and one of the main things that I know, I've been in marketing and branding for a very long time, and I know your emails are they're your gold. You need people's emails. But yet I dropped that ball for far too long. And so that would definitely be a thing if I were to redo anything, that would be it. But the main reason why I'm dialing back on video in terms of content is that I'm not in love with the UX on video on LinkedIn right now, and it just doesn't get the ROI for me. It's a very big investment for me to produce them, to do it, and to not get the return of what I expect out of my content. I'm just not going to do it. I'd rather spend my time building other things and doing other things. So until they get that sorted, I've got my energy elsewhere.
Yeah, no, I agree. I hate video. Misha, I don't know if you tried a video, but we don't like it. Yeah, it's gonna get better though. I heard at the LinkedIn offices that it did get better. It's about to go mega viral. So Alana, your videos will come back. I see it happening. Probably at the middle of 2026. But
Yeah.
yeah, all right. So both of you will have one thing in common. Well, two. One, you're amazing. Two, you're inspiring. But three, you guys have worked with me to some extent.
Mhm.
Why did you do that? Like, out of all these personal branding courses and things, like, what made you trust me with your life's work and your purpose and finding yourselves on LinkedIn and actually getting clients?
Well, I'm happy to go first. I was coming across a lot of people. I definitely was following people who I felt had engagement on LinkedIn, seemed to understand it at a level that, as a platform, that I did not. And yours really stood out. And what it also stood out for me was I felt that there was so much personality behind you that just resonated with me. And you seem to really understand the deep side of messaging, storytelling, branding. That was very important to me. It was this for me, it was not just about how do I hack this platform. It was I needed to understand that you at least you got the bigger picture. And that did come through. And it so I don't know, beyond that, that was really it. And then just the care that you put into everything, it was very evident in your first cohort that you launched and all of that, and just the quality of it and the depth of it. I very much appreciated it.
I
And
appreciated you disappearing on me for 3 weeks and then coming back and like going crazy on video and proving me so wrong. And I ate my words and I was happy to. But then I saw you now become probably one of the most followed branding people on LinkedIn that I know. You're often referenced when people talk to me about like what type of brand, like with the coaching that I do and the consulting, I'm like, what do you want to look like? A lot of people say you. And I'm
oh,
like, oh, I know her. So thank you, Alana. That was very sweet. Misha, what about you? Alana, do you need to leave, by the way? I just want to be
no, no,
mindful
no,
of your
no.
time.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, okay. Misha, we've obviously met a few times now in person as well. I know your story. I know you found me. But now I want to know, okay, why me? And also, how, again, I want you to tell people how you got that consistent consistency going, because
Yeah.
that is very hard to replicate.
Yeah. So I think the reason why I chose you was because even though I think at the time of you launching Literary Academy, which was almost a year ago, you probably had like what, 200,000 followers back then. It still felt, even though you're miles ahead, that you understood what it felt like to be someone near the beginning of your journey. And I think in your webinar yesterday, you spoke about how you just love getting back in the trenches. And you don't have to do these webinars, you don't have to do these lead magnets, you don't have to do all these things. But you obviously clearly have that desire to consistently be learning and staying ahead. And I think because of that, it makes you extremely relatable to people who are at the beginning of their journey, which is quite unusual for people who become like so successful, have so much success on LinkedIn. So I think that was one of the reasons I kind of appreciated that and knew that you could help. I think the other reason is you really need to buy from people who like you genuinely like and respect. And I've been following you for ages. And I think there is power in proximity. And I think when you buy a course or when you buy any form of mentorship with anyone, you are investing in kind of developing a relationship with them. And so, that has power. And from me joining your course back then, like you said, we've met maybe like 3 or 4 times in person. I've got you on WhatsApp, like that type of thing. And we have now got a friendship, and that would never have probably happened if I'd not invested in that course. So I would always say choose obviously someone who you know that you can learn from, but also someone who you really respect and would kind of like to have in your life, because you're putting yourself in front of them and you're giving yourself that opportunity, which is amazing, really. It's incredible that you can do that.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you. That is so sweet. I didn't know that. Like, I forget that people follow me. I just don't realize I'm like I don't know if I'm being perceived. I just yeah. But one thing that I do want to point out is like your insane efforts beyond the course. Like, I see you nearly as much as I see Harry outside, which is a lot. Like, you are everywhere. And I know that if you could be in the US, you also be there meeting everyone.
Oh God, I'd
Why do
love that.
you, how much has being in proximity to not just me, but all the people helped you?
Oh my gosh, so much. And I think there's a lot of people on LinkedIn who are introverts, but and it's like a safe space for them to kind of like be loud and talk about themselves. They find it easier than being in person, but I am naturally a bit more extroverted. I love meeting people, I love networking, and that was kind of one of my biggest missions when I joined LinkedIn. I was like, I didn't just want this to be a LinkedIn bubble. I wanted it to be an in real life bubble. So I made it, I think I set a rule for myself or not a rule, but a goal for myself in January that I was going to try and do one in real life meeting a week, and just taking one friendship or meet from one person who I'd messaged on LinkedIn and meeting them in real life. And it was genuinely like had the biggest impact on everything, like overall positivity, but also career wise, because I think we can get so stuck in our own bubble, especially when your business is based on online or on social media. You can just get stuck in your four walls, and you're not hearing other people's opinions, you're not brainstorming, you're not bouncing ideas. And also, imposter syndrome and all these things, they're really real. No matter how successful you get, if anything, it sometimes increases because the stakes are higher and there's more people watching. So I think building those friendships, and kind of taking relationships that were just maybe a couple of exchanging comments on LinkedIn and building proper real relationships has helped me so much in terms of business, confidence, yeah, everything, overall happiness.
I know. I see a little bit of me in you. Although you're 10 times more extroverted than me. But I see my journey in you, and it makes me very inspired when I see your content and when I see you in the rankings. How does that make you feel that even a year ago, and same with Alana, like how do you guys feel now that after almost feeling like LinkedIn maybe not the place for you or maybe a little bit invisible, how does it feel now to be so recognized?
Yeah, it's amazing. Obviously, it's an amazing feeling, and all my success is kind of down to LinkedIn. I wouldn't have any of this if I hadn't have started posting on LinkedIn. I've got my own LinkedIn presence, but my whole business is built on LinkedIn. That's kind of what I do now. So it is absolutely amazing to look back. But I think naturally we it's good to hear things like this, because naturally I think we don't look back and we don't give ourselves time to just pause and think about how far we've come. We're so focused on what's next and what more can I be doing. So yeah, it's nice to have these full circle moments when you realize that you have come really far
But
and
yeah,
achieved
I'm
stuff.
here. I'm here to remind you, like you are everywhere. I log on to LinkedIn now less, and so same with Alana. And then the first thing I see, your post going viral. Second thing I see is top 10 people on LinkedIn to follow. There's you. And again, I'm like, I know her. Alana, how does it feel for you?
It's really interesting because I've been in business, I've been out working for a very long time, and I drop that every now and then because a lot of people don't necessarily believe it, but I've been doing this for 35 years. And there are a lot of people out in the world that I respect very deeply that I look to them as the experts. I look at them as the goats in the branding world and the experts, and they are not ranked. on LinkedIn because that's not where they are. So for me, it feels a little, I don't know that I own it or accept it as much as maybe I should in being very candid about it. Because when I look at but it is kind of weird because right now in the United States, I am ranked number 2 next to Chris Doe in
Oh,
my niche. So then there's that. And that feels really good. And it does feel very good. And what I do love about it is it does provide this opportunity that just because you haven't up to now been published all over the world in books and whatnot, you are creating your own media outlet. You are able to elevate and put yourself on a stage in a way that traditional channels or paths may have not ever been easily acceptable because maybe you weren't in a large metro market. You know, just 30 years ago, that's where you would have needed to be. You would have needed to come out of an agency out of New York to have anyone even take your call or, to even ask you the question. And now it's the opposite. Now you can just go out there and you can share that expertise and you can position yourself and unveil that authority that is already there. And that's a really powerful thing to have control over. And so to me, it is very rewarding, but it's also it's humbling too. It's quite humbling.
I think you deserve it. You've put in the work. I saw you both really try and grind it out because I know that, and you guys know this, no matter how many perfect frameworks you have, building a business online requires a lot of consistency, but also community. And you guys
Mhm.
really leaned onto that. Like Alana, you are still part of like one of the OG chats that we have, and you're active in there. And Misha, you're everywhere. So it's been to me it's inspiring. Like you guys truly make me want to do what I do and go back and do all of these things because I'm like, wow, they did that, and I was there. I saw that. And hopefully, when you guys are mega famous and forget about me, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I was there at the start. But thank you guys so much for being here today and inspiring other people to truly believe that it's possible. And thank you for reminding me that it is possible when I feel like I don't wanna do this. I'm tired. But yeah,
Well, that's
any
business building. That's business building. I mean, I promise you, if you go into business for yourself, there will be days, more than one, where you're like, I'm good to pull the plug, even if you do love it, even if it is perfect, even if, on paper, all of these things, just because we are human, we are emotional, we do get tired, and we're allowed to change, and we're allowed to change our minds, and all of those things happen. So.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Alana. I know you need to go, so I'll let you go film your videos. Hopefully, you can text me what they're about. And Misha, I'll let you go as well. But thank you, ladies. And hopefully,
Thank
you
you for
guys,
having me.
please, guys, if you do anything, if you don't know don't join the Known Club today, please go and follow them and like follow their journeys because they make me inspired every single day. So hopefully, they inspire you. But thank you,
Oh,
guys.
thank you, Laura.
I'll see you guys
Thank
later.
you. Thank you, Laura.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So I just muted myself. Okay, so everybody's asking about the GPTs. If the team can drop the three GPTs we mentioned at the start now for free, because we're near the end of the webinar. What I'm gonna do now is I am gonna be answering some questions for you guys. Who got excited by the stories that we just heard? Please drop a one in the chat. Oh fuck, it's the wrong timing, Flavor. Sorry. Um, okay, drop a one in the chat. Keep yes, yeah. Who of those people like Taslim, Alana, and Misha inspired you the most, or Shan, or me? Say me. Say me. I need validation. I've been awake for many hours, okay? Yeah, me, Lara, of course. No. You can say Misha, it's fine. Like she's gonna surpass me at some point. It's fine. It's fine, Lara. Duh. Amazing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna stay ahead here to answer some of your questions for the next 20 minutes, maybe 10 more minutes, I guess. We'll see the team. Yeah, my smile is radiant. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Just gonna ask the team how much longer we have. And then I'll let you guys go and help you get prepared for tomorrow. So yeah, the team is gonna drop the GPTs again. I might drop off as I'll be in the tube. A tube? At this time? Where are you going? All right. Now, I'm gonna get into the Q&A, answer every single one of them. The PPC GPT is in your email. Please go check spam. All right. Thank you for the work. I want to know if this can work for someone like me in software development. Yes. We had a lot of software, UX, UI. Even I am developing a software, Clio. Clio.so. Join the waitlist or get it for free when you join the no club. 100%. I think right now, if you think about it, most business owners want to develop a software. They're always looking for developers. Even when I was building Clio, we were like searching the internet. Searching the internet for a great developer that could help us. So if you think about it, it is a perfect market for you. When you create, even if you go back and look at the first call that we did yesterday about positioning, I mentioned this guy called Kieran. Kieran optimized his headline so well that he gets inbound leads and is able to close deals just by having an optimized profile and sending outbound. That's it. Okay, so definitely can work for you. Use the 4-3-2-1 framework, learn how to position yourself. And if you want more help, you can join the Known Club and we can help you do that more specifically and actually talk to you directly. All right. Done. Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm a private chef. I would like to post videos to promote my business and ensure how to present my niche and content. Okay, cool. So if you're a private chef for wealthy people in a certain area, you should be doing what I call storytelling and educational content. The thing that would get you booked locally, and this is a hack, is that you need to talk and storytell about the city that you live in. I was thinking about this very deeply the other day because we have a lot of local clients, right? And then I realized that anytime that I say I am somewhere, the LinkedIn algorithm actually allocates me more to that state or that place. So when I say I'm in Houston, a lot of Houston people will call me up all of a sudden. Or like my content will just show in there. Like it's very random, but if you think about it, it's an algorithm. So it makes the most sense. When I was in New York last year, I literally put in a comment, hey, I'm in New York, who's here? And people that have never engaged with my content actually saw it. So that is a really good strategy that I would recommend you using. Like, hey, I do this in Orlando. I do this for this person and this person and this person. Here are the benefits. So if you're a private chef, like the main thing is that you're saving people time and you're keeping them healthy. Okay? I wouldn't say doing videos is the best thing. The best format that works on LinkedIn is caption and photo, right? That is the top performing format as well as infographics. This is something that is well known, but obviously if you don't know LinkedIn, you'll be like, oh my God, video. No, that's why I chose LinkedIn to start because I hated video. Again, I'm an introvert, right? And I started from zero. Nearly very similar to Misha's journey. Like I was unemployed. I couldn't get a job. I didn't have any like business connections. So obviously I couldn't afford to do video. I didn't have time to learn all these viral templates and things. But what I had time for is writing because that was free. It was free to learn. I didn't need to have a ring light or anything. It was free to start. It helped me refine my offer and actually get clients on LinkedIn because people on LinkedIn are passively scrolling. When you watch a video on LinkedIn, by the way, and I want you to think about it, when you go on LinkedIn and you open it and you actually go and scroll on your profile on the feed and you see a video, right? Like obviously on my feed, like there's literally no video. So there's a video. What happens? I'm seeing a video here but it's not intuitive because what I have to do is I have to stop everything that I'm doing. I have to turn the audio on, and it's already ruined the experience. LinkedIn is not TikTok and it's not Instagram. So I would say more so photo and caption. Uh, what if we don't have case studies yet because you're just starting out? Well, I did that. So I started posting on LinkedIn out of pure desperation. And I'm sorry I forgot to tell my story at the start. I tell it so much that it gets a little bit too boring for me. I didn't have anything. Like I started from literal zero, ground zero, minus zero. Like I was on the everyone. English is my second language. For those that haven't clocked onto my accent, I'm not English, so I had to over rely. So when I went to apply for jobs, I couldn't even get a job no matter how good I was because you can't. I couldn't get a job because I'm an international person, so it wasn't that easy. So then I was like, well, I can't get a job, so I'm gonna create my own, and I started freelancing. Right? How crazy is it that I've gone from freelancer to owning three businesses that make multiple six figures and seven figures? And so what happened there at the very start, it was okay, so I don't have testimonial, so what can I do? I became my own testimonial because I became the product of what I was going to sell to people. And what that was copywriting and storytelling for founders. So what I did was like I did the work for myself. So then people would be like, "Oh my God, we love what you do. Can you do it for me?" Yes, of course I can. And then every single time I've not had a testimonial for whatever I'm trying to sell, I would either try and do it for myself and use that proof or do it for free for someone else, right? Normalize free work. Free work is amazing. If you work for free if you work for free with people, you're gonna get the best results. You know, it's an easy win for you. You get more experience, and then you never know if that client will actually work with you after paid. Love your accent. Thank you. I hate eres una diosa, Lara. Gracias. Wow, that's so kind. Um, how do you stay updated with the frequent changes in the algorithm? Taslim. Taslim. When he said he's a LinkedIn nerd, I'm not even joking. Like there is this website called LinkedInengineering.com or something. I had never heard about this website. Taslim has consumed it all. This is an engineering website that has very jargonish terms. The man reads that for fun. So I ask him, and when I don't, because he's incredibly busy. Like he has multiple things going on, and obviously a new baby too. When I don't, I just look at my clients. This is one of the main reasons why I still work with clients one to one. I still have my agency clients, the ones that I absolutely adore and love, and I'm like, I cannot let you go. We still do that for them, and that allows me to be in the trenches a lot. Because like I said yesterday, like I have this need to understand what's going on. Because when I don't, I can't give you good info. Like there's this beauty about people that are still practicing, that are still in the trenches and teaching it, versus the people that just don't. Like it's been my ultimate priority to be in the trenches at all times. Even though I don't need to, even though I could hire someone else to do it, I do it for fun. Like I study LinkedIn day in and day out, day and night, every hour of the day. I'm on it for fun. You'll see me on it. There's a literal podcast interview where someone literally found me doing LinkedIn engagement for fun, right? I love this. I absolutely adore it. I know it in and out, and if I don't, I know someone that does. Okay. Thank you, Lara, for the last 2 days. Do you mind giving me some feedback? I don't think we have time for that, but I would love to next time if you come tomorrow. Everything is so fascinating and awesome. Thank you so much, Lara. You're welcome. What format? I can't read this. What? Okay. Yeah, the resources have been linked in the chat if you guys want them. But yeah, okay, I think we're good with all of the questions. Now, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's late, so I'm gonna let some of you. There's tons of questions here. Will you be sharing the recordings of these three? Yes, they are on your emails. Guys, check your emails, please. Because I forgot to share it. So there's people here that literally have done exactly what I just showed you. Okay? People like Misha who have gone from like 200,000 impressions to millions of impressions, like you saw her earlier. There's people like Helmi getting inbound $8,000 Stripe payments, you know? People like Carl who have like these people were almost like you. They felt like they stepped into a new world and then they actually did it. They stayed consistent and they actually won. There's people like Sabrina. You can actually Google her, by the way. You can go on her TikTok. She's like an insanely viral queen. Shout out to her. 1.5 million followers on LinkedIn, like getting people reaching out to her, stuff like this. Um, People like Alan, who I mentioned earlier, like he works in mortgaging, like he's a mortgage guy. He's killing it without having to go viral. $50,000 in pipeline. There's other people like John who gets bookings for conferences completely organically through LinkedIn. Do you see the strength? Being on LinkedIn is not only going to increase your pipeline, but it's also going to help you become the number one authority in your space. All right? There's people like Sarah also killing it. Like every single person that we've ever taught in our programs is like you. They had a goal, but they didn't know how to execute it. They just needed the right strategy, with the right consistency, the right information at the right time. And they found it through us because we made it easy. So people like him, like, hey Lara, like closed a 5K deal from my acquisition system that I had. Okay? Mind you, I didn't even know who he was. Um, People that are passively even watching some of the courses that we are going to incorporate into the Known Club, they're seeing insane results already, you know, just by doing the bare minimum. Because like Alana and Misha said, like I don't take this lightly. I don't take my job lightly. I don't just do fluff. I don't do this. I can't. I don't have the character for that. I wish. Life would be a lot easier. But I truly really cared. I remember when we created the first iteration of the cohort, and the content apparently was very different to any other cohort. And I remember some of the people that joined the first one, they were like, "This is nothing like we've ever had because you actually cared." What does care mean? It means that I, I give you everything that I ever know, and if I don't know, I learn it. If I don't learn it, I go find someone that does. I think this is how I've been able to last so long in this oversaturated market because I don't need to be doing this. Like I truly don't. I like hanging out with you guys. Hence why the 2 hours. I don't really need to teach more when I have a full other business that's like literally taking off. But I truly do this because it's my passion. I feel like it's part of my obligation to teach people how to do things. Um, there's a time where I felt so lost and I was so frustrated at people like Gary Vee that were telling me to do X and just do it, just post and all of these things. And there was no specificity. There was this one time where I bought a $2,000 course and It had nothing but generic content. Like it was all text based. And I promised to myself that I would never be that person. And some of you guys follow me on all the socials and you guys know how much I travel, how much I work, like how little I sleep, how like chronically online I am. And it's true. And it's not because I need to, it's because I do it for fun. Like it's what truly keeps me alive. And Shan is very similar. And we are truly here to help and teach. Because it's so obvious what we see now, and I wish I knew that earlier. So before I get too philosophical, I feel like this guy Mark Kelly that I follow on YouTube, he like sits down and talks for like 2 hours to his mic. So yeah, we've done this for like literally nearly every single niche in the planet. Like it doesn't matter. I think what matters is that you feel seen and then you get known. I truly see this insane difference with people that get the speaking gigs, get the, inbound speaking engagements. Like they never thought that they could get invited into podcasts, get ranked on lists, go across the world, get paid, get inbound, do outbound, go viral, and then get clients from that post. Like the true difference is that they like Misha said it, and I forgot. They have proximity to people that believe in them and to people that are at the same place, at the same level, 2 steps ahead or maybe 2 steps behind. And that is what makes someone succeed. So I can get into that later, but just by the way, there's a bonus. If you join today, some of you may get a one-to-one call with me, right? So that is 60 minutes. Let me know. Link in the chat. Now, before I end, ladies and gentlemen, you have 2 options. You can either be the type of person that, okay, took this in, you took some notes, you maybe stole them in a Notion, and then that's it. Then you never implement it. Or you could be like, oh, she was just selling something. It doesn't work. Okay. Did you see those? Did you see those testimonials that came here? Like, did you see Alana and Misha? Alana worked with me 2 years ago. If she thought that I was just trying to sell shit, she wouldn't be here. Like, she's an outstanding woman. Misha met me a year ago. If she didn't like what I did or like thought that my courses or programs were outdated, she wouldn't be here. People like Taslim, who I hold in such high regard, he wouldn't even look at me. Like Taslim is unreachable to any single person on LinkedIn. He hates everyone. But there's a reason why he likes me. Because I do it the right way. I care. I've cared for so long. I've never really done any of like the dodginess, like join engagement pods, none of that. So yeah, it goes to show. So you could be that person that's like, oh, more content, it doesn't work. I already knew this. Or you could be the person that actually decides to go all in, listen to me, and then you're like, yeah, she was right. And then maybe in 6 months, you could be the next person that I bring onto the call. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, you have a decision to make. The link is in the chat for you. And if you don't know it, if you've lost it in the chat, the team is gonna drop it. So, a quick reminder of what you get. You get free access to Clio, which is my AI SaaS that's unavailable to the market right now. You get access to Pablo, where you can actually build and monetize your offer through using this unique software that's not like Circle, that's not like Slack, that's not like any of these other platforms that are overused, that's not like School, that's not like what. Okay? If you actually want to look premium and position yourself as an authority in your space, I think you should have Pablo, whether you get into a known club or not. I don't know if you're gonna get access to Pablo if you don't, because it's exclusive to Shan. But like you get access to it months before anyone else gets access to it. You can literally create your own customized domain with it. You can do lead magnets with it. You can host your courses in it, like all of these things. And the last thing, by the way, and the main thing, like you get access to the cohort, an accelerated version of what Misha took. And what Misha took was all about branding. Like here we're talking about sales, inbound, monetization, systems that have worked with me and other millionaires, like your favorite entrepreneurs. So this is beyond what I've ever done before. All right. So I think we're good to go. Shall we leave you? Does anyone else have any questions before I let you guys go and prepare for tomorrow? Good to go. All right. Well, guys, you're gonna be getting the recordings for this later. I promise you that. If you didn't get the recording for yesterday, it's on your spam. It's on your spam. I promise you. And then today, you're gonna get the recording later. We just need to let it upload, and you're gonna get the GPTs as well sent. It's not on spam. Okay. We'll we'll make sure. Yeah, we'll try and resend the GPTs as well. I'm just checking with the team. The payment options aren't working. Sean, Connor, can you check? Growing LinkedIn in stealth mode. What does that mean? Like quietly? Oh my God, do you guys know Dan Murray, the founder of Heights? He like roasted me for saying that I was building on stealth. So mean. And then I stopped. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I think no one has any questions. Yeah, I know what it means. Apparently it's not good. I did it, so it's fine. If I join the club, can I have assisting individual for each coaches? So you will have access after every lesson. You will have access to each one of us for an hour. So it won't be one to one because that would be literally killing us. But it would be like we have a limited amount of people that we're letting into the known club. So it'll be almost like personalized. So if you come to my lesson and you're like, hey Lara, can you look at my LinkedIn profile? I'll be like, yeah. And we'll go through it for 20 minutes because it's quite useful to other people. So yeah, almost near like. We also have a VIP upsell, but I'm not even talking about it now. You can have me for like an hour. I sent a question. How can we use LinkedIn if we don't have a business yet? I didn't have a business. Like this is the point. Like I didn't have a business and LinkedIn built my business for me. I started creating content about what I thought I liked. And then over a period of time, nearly around 1 month, LinkedIn almost assigned a business to me. I always say this, but LinkedIn created my own business. Like I posted a few posts and then over time people were like, "Hey, are you offering this type of support?" And I was like, "Yes." Well, and I didn't know. Like I didn't. But then it happened. So, yeah, you don't need a business model. You don't need anything. Like you just need to have a personal brand, have an idea of what your niche can be, and then the right guidance and support. I've seen many people pivot as well. Like they'll come to me and they'll be like health coaches and they'll pivot to something else like I don't know, high performance management because it suits them. It's still within their realm, it's just like a different, more optimized niche. There's like I always talk about this Venn diagram. If you've seen my YouTube content, it's like you need to find where your interest meets market demand, right? Because some people are like, oh, I wanna monetize my passion. I'm passionate about art. Okay, how about graphic design for CEOs? You can still do your thing, but you can actually charge 5,000, 12,000. All right. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm being told to stop. Tomorrow, I hopefully see you there. We have Shan talking about monetization. So that thing that I have there, he's gonna show it to you. And I'm very excited. Last time he showed this, he killed it. Will this work for a matchmaker? Yes. I have a matchmaker client that's going viral right now. I can't mention her because I'm NDA. Yes, she's Dubai based, just killing it. Killing it. So much so she started working with Shan actually. So yeah, it's working. It works. Obviously high network individuals are all on LinkedIn. And obviously her content is quite controversial as well. Sometimes, not always. I really like her. She's a good time. Yeah. So it works for sure. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with me. Love you so much. See you tomorrow. I'll send you the links. Check your spam. Bye. Thank you guys.